Star Chamber matter of it. If you are 20, Sir John Falstaffs, he shall not abuse Robert Shallow, Esquire.
In the county of Gloucester, justice of the peace and gentleman born, Master Parson, who writes himself Amigero in any bill, warrant, or obligation. Amigero.
Aye, that I do, Cousin Slender, and have done any time these 300 years, Master Parson.
All his successors gone before him have done it, and all his ancestors that come after him may.
But that is all one. If Sir John Falstaff have committed disparagements unto you, I am of the church, and will be glad to do my benevolence, to make atonements and compromises between you.
The council shall hear it! It is a riot!
It is not meet, the council hear a riot. There is no fear of God in a riot. The council, look you, shall desire to hear the fear of God, and not to hear a riot. Take your advisement to that.
My life, if I were young again, the sword should end it.
It is better that friends is the sword and end it. And there is also another device in my brain, which peradventure brings good discretions with it. There is Anne Page, which is daughter to Master George Page, which is pretty virginity.
Mistress Anne Page? She has brown hair and speaks small like a woman.
It is that very person for all the world, as just as you will desire. And 700 pounds of monies, and gold and silver is her grandsire upon his deathbed, God deliver to a joyful resurrections, give. When she is able to overtake 17 years old. It were a good motion if we leave our pribbers and prabbers and desire a marriage between Master Abraham Slender and Mistress Anne Page.
Did her grandsire leave her 700 pound?
Aye, and her father is making a better penny.
Ooh, I know the young gentlewoman. She has good gifts.
700 pounds and possibilities. It's good gifts.
Well, let us see, honest Master Page. Is Falstaff there?
Shall I tell you a lie? I do despise a liar as I do despise one that is false, or as I despise one that is not true. The knight Sir John is there, and I beseech you, be ruled by your well-willers. I will beat the door for Master Page. What ho! God bless your house here!
Who's there?
Here is God's blessing, and your friend, and Justice Shallow, and here young Master Slender, that peradventures shall tell you another tale, if matters grow to your likings.
I am glad to see your worships well.
I am glad to see you, good Master Page. Much good doeth your good heart. How doth good Mistress Page? And I thank you always, sir, with my heart. La, with my heart.
Sir, I thank you.
Sir, I thank you, by yea and no, I do. Ta-da!
Ah, I am glad to see you, good Master Slender.
Is John Falstaff here?
Sir, he is within, and I would I could do a good office between you.
It is spoke as the Christians ought to speak.
He hath wronged me, Master Page.
Sir, he doth in some sorts confess it.
If it be confessed, it is not redressed. Is not that so, Master Page? He hath wronged me, indeed he hath, at a word he hath. Believe me, Robert Shallow, Esquire, saith he is wronged.
Here comes Sir John.
Now, Master Shallow, you'll complain of me to the king? Knight, you have broke open my lodge, beaten my men, and killed my dear, but not kissed your keeper's daughter. Touch a pin, this shall be answered.
Oh, I will answer it straight. I have done all this. That is now answered.
The council shall know this.
Were better for you if it were known in council. You'll be laughed at.
Spoke of her, Sir John. Good words.
Oh, good words.
Good cabbage! Slender, I broke your head. What matter have you against me?
Marry, sir, I have a matter in my head against you, and against your coney-catching rascals, Bardolph, Nim, and Pistol. They carried me to the tavern and made me drunk, and afterwards picked my pocket.
Pistol?
He hears with ears.
The devil in his dam! What phrase is this he hears with ear? Why, it is affectations.
Is this true, Pistol? Did you pick Master Slender's pocket?
I, by these gloves, did he, or I might not come in mine own great chamber again else. By these gloves.
Is this true, Pistol?
No, it is false if it is a pickpocket.
Ha! Thou mountain foreigner! So jarred and mastermind, I combat challenge of this Latin bilbo. Word of denial, froth and scum. Word of denial, thou liest.
Well, by these gloves, then, 'twas he.
Be advised, sir, and pass good humours. I will say Mary's trap with you if you run the nuthook's humour on me. And that is the very note of it.
Well, by this hat, then, he in the red face had it, though I cannot remember what I did when you made me drunk. Yet I am not altogether an ass.
What sayest thou, Scarlet and John?
Why, sir, for my part, I say this gentleman had drunk himself out of his 5 sentences.
It is his 5 senses. Fie, what the ignorance is.
And being tight, sir, was, as they say, cashier. And so conclusions past the career.
You spake Latin then too, but 'tis no matter. I'll ne'er be drunk while I live, but an honest, civil, godly company for this trick. If I be drunk, I'll be drunk with those that have the fear of God, and not with drunken knaves.
So God judge me, that is a virtuous mind.
You hear all these matters denied, gentlemen, you hear it.
Nay, daughter, carry the wine in. We'll drink within.
Oh, goodness. This is Mistress Anne Page.
How now, Mistress Ford?
Oh, Mistress Ford. By my troth. By your leave, good Mistress Ford, you are very well met. By your leave, good mistress.
Your mistake, sir, is only in the mistress, but my husband's name is Ford.
Well, I shall desire your better acquaintance. Mistress Ford.
Wife, bid these gentlemen welcome. Come, we have a hot venison pasty to dinner. Come, gentlemen, I hope we shall drink down all unkindness.
Aye, lady.
I had rather than 40 shillings, I had my book of songs and sonnets here. Oh, now, simple my man, where have you been? I must wait on myself, must I? You have not the book of riddles about you, have you?
Book of riddles? Why, did you not lend it to Alice Shortcake upon All Hallowmas last? A fortnight afore Michaelmas?
Come, cuz, we stay for you, cuz. Marry, cuz, a word. There is, as 'twere, a tender, kind of tender, made afar off by Sir Hugh here. Do you understand me?
Aye, sir, you shall find me reasonable. If it be so, I will do that is reason.
Nay, but understand me.
So I do, sir.
Give ear to his motions, Master Slender. I will description the matter to you, if you be capacity of it.
Nay, pray you, I shall do as my cousin Shallow says. He's a justice of the peace in his country, simple though I stand here.
But that is not the question. The question is concerning your marriage.
Aye, there's the point, sir.
Marry is it, the very point of it, to Mistress Anne Page.
Why, if it be so, I will marry her upon any reasonable demands.
But can you affection the woman? Let us command to know that of your mouth, or of your lips, for divers philosophers hold that the lips is parcel of the mouth. Therefore, precisely, can you carry your goodwill to the maid?
Cousin Abraham Slender, can you love the maid?
I hope, sir, I shall do as it shall become one that would do reason.
Nay, God's lords and his ladies, you must speak positable if you can carry her your desires towards her.
Nay, conceive me, sweet coz. Can you love the maid?
I will marry her, sir, at your request. But if there be no great love in the beginning, yet heaven may decrease it upon better acquaintance when we are married and have more occasion to know one another. I hope upon familiarity will grow more contempt. But if you say marry her, I will marry her. I am freely dissolved and dissolutely.
It is a very discretion answer. Save the fault is in the word dissolutely. The word is, according to our meaning, resolutely. His meaning is good.
I think my cousin meant well.
Aye, or else I might be simply hanged.
Here comes fair Mistress Anne.
The dinner is on the table. My father desires your worship's company.
I will wait on him, fair Mistress Anne. Oh, would I were young for your sake, Mistress Anne.
God's blessed will. I will not be absent at the grace.
Ah, yes.
Would it please your worship to come in, sir?
No. I thank you, forsooth heartily, I am very well.
The dinner attends you, sir.
I'm not hungry, I thank you. Go, Simple, my man, for all you have to wait upon my cousin Sherman.
I may not go in without your worship. They will not sit until you come.
Oh, I'll eat nothing. I thank you as much as though I did.
I pray you, sir, walk in.
I had rather walk here. I thank you. I bruised my shin the other day, playing at sword and dagger with the master of fence. And by my troth, I cannot abide the smell of hot meat since.
Come, good Master Slender, come, we stay for you.
I'll eat nothing, I thank you, sir.
By cock and pie you shall not choose, sir. Come, come.
Nay, pray you, lead the way.
Come on, sir.
Oh, Mistress Anne, you yourself shall go first.
Oh, not I, sir, pray you. Keep on.
I'd rather be unmannerly than troublesome. You do yourself wrong indeed.
Go your ways to Dr. Caius' house, and there dwells one Mistress Quickly, which is in the manner of his nurse, or his dry nurse, or his cook, or his laundry, his washer, and his wringer.
Well, sir.
Nay, it is better yet. Give her this letter, for it is a woman that altogether is acquaintance with Mistress Anne Page, and the letter is to desire and require her to solicit your master's desires to Mistress Anne Page. I pray you, be gone. I will make an end of my dinner. There's pippins and cheese to come.
Mine host of the Garter.
What says my bully rook? Speak scholarly and wisely.
I sit at £10 a week.
Thou art an emperor, Caesar, Kaiser, and Caesar.
Truly, mine host, I must turn away some of my followers.
Discard, bully Hercules! Cashier! Let them wag! Trot, trot! I will entertain Bardolph. He shall draw, he shall tap. Said I well, bully Hector?
Do so, good mine host.
I have spoke. Let him follow. Let me see thee, froth and lime. I am at a word. Follow!
Bardolph, follow him. A tapster is a good trade. An old cloak makes a new jerkin, a withered serving man, a fresh tapster. Go! Adieu.
It is a life I have desired. I will thrive, base Hungarian white.
Wilt thou the spigot wield?
Well, he was gotten in drink. Is not the humour conceited?
I am glad. I am so afraid of this tinderbox. His thefts were too open. His filching was like an unskillful singer. He kept not time.
Well, good humour is to steal at a minute's rest.
Convey, the wise it call. Steal, a fico for the phrase.
Well, sirs, I am almost out at heels.
Why then let kibes ensue?
There is no remedy. I must coney catch. I must shift.
Young ravens must have food.
Which of you know Ford of this town?
I ken the white. He is of substance good.
Sirs, my honest lads, I will tell you what I'm about.
2 yards and more.
No quips now, pistol. Indeed, I am in the waist 2 yards about. But I am now about no waste. I am about thrift, briefly. I do mean to make love to Ford's wife. I spy entertainment in her. She discourses, she carves, she gives the leer of invitation. I can construe the action of her familiar style, and the hardest voice of her behavior to be Englished rightly is, I am Sir John Falstaff.
He had studied her well and translated her well out of honesty into English.
Well, the anchor is deep. Will that humour pass?
Now, the report goes she has all the rule of her husband's purse. He hath a legion of angels.
As many devils entertained. To her, boy, say I.
Well, the humour rises. It is good. Humour be the angels.
I have writ me here a letter to her, and here another to Page's wife, who even now gave me good eyes too. Examined my parts with most judicious oyas. Sometimes the beam of her view gilded my foot, sometimes my portly belly.
Then did the sun on dunghill shine.
Well, I thank thee for that humour.
Oh, she did so course o'er my exteriors with such a greedy intention that the appetite of her eye did seem to scorch me up like a burning glass. Here is another letter to her. She bears the purse too. She is a regent in Guiana, all gold and bounty. I shall be cheater to them both, and they shall be exchequers to me. They shall be my East and West Indies, and I will trade to them. Go, bear thou this to Mistress Page, and thou this to Mistress Ford. We will thrive, lads. We will thrive.
Shall I, Sir Pandarus of Troy, become and by my side wear steel? Then Lucifer take all.
I will run no base humour. Here, take the humoured letter. I will keep the behaviour of reputation.
Hold, Sirrah. Bear you these letters tightly. Sail like my pinnace to these golden shores. Rogues. Hence! Abort! Vanish like hailstones! Go! Trudge! Plod away the hoof! Seek shelter! Pack! Falstaff! will learn the humor of the age. French thrift, you rogues! Myself and skirted page. Ha!
Let vultures gripe thy guts, base Phrygian Turk.
I have operations that be humours of revenge.
Wilt thou revenge?
By Woken and her star,
With wit or steel?
with both the humours, I will discuss the humour of this love with Page.
And I to forge shall eke unfold how Falstaff, varlet vile, his dove will prove, his gold will hold, and his soft couch defile.
Oh, my humour shall not cool. I will incense Page to deal with poison. I will possess him with yellowness, for the revolt of mine is dangerous. That is my true humour.
Thou art the Mars of malcontents. I second thee. Troop on.
See my Master Dr. Caius coming?
If he do, if faith, and find anybody in the house, here will be an old abusing of God's patience and the King's English.
I'll go watch.
An honest, willing, kind fellow. His worst fault is that he is given to prayer. He is something peevish that way. But nobody but has their fault. But let that pass.
Peterson, will you say your name is?
Aye, for fault of a better.
And Master Slender's your master?
Aye, forsooth.
A softly sprited man, is he not?
Ah, forsooth, but he is as tall a man of his hands as any is between this and his head.
How say you? Oh, I should know him. Does he not hold his head up, as it were, and strut in his gait? La, la, la.
Yes, indeed, does he.
Well, heaven send Anne Page no worse fortune. Tell Master Parsons Evans I will do what I can for your master. Anne is a good girl.
Ouch! Alas, here comes my master!
Oh, we shall all be scolded. Run in here, good young man. Go into this closet. He will not stay long. Hey, nonny, nonny, hey, nonny, nonny, hey, nonny, nonny, hey, hey, nonny, nonny, hey, nonny.
What is you sing? I do not like these toys. Pray you, go and fetch me in my closet. What's your vet? A books? A green books. Do entendre what I speak? A green box! By girl!
I forsooth, I'll fetch it you. I'm glad he went not in himself. If he had found a young man here, he would have been horn mad.
Ma foi, Peckhardt. Je m'en vais voir le cours. La grande affaire, bagarre.
Is it this, sir?
Oui, mettez-le in mon pocket. Dépêche. Quickly, quickly. Ah, where is that knave, Rugby?
What, John Rugby?
Here, sir.
John.
You are Jean Rugby? And you are Jacques Rugby! Come, take your rapier and come after my heel to the court.
'Tis ready, sir, here.
My trot, I tarry too long. Odds me. Qu'ai-je oublié? There is some simples in my closet that I will not for the world I should leave behind. By God.
Why me? You'll find a young man here and be mad.
Diable! Diable! What is in my closet? Villain, bagarre! Leron, bagarre! Rugby, my rapier.
Good master, be content.
for shall I be content?
The young man is an honest man.
What shall the honest man do in my closet? There is no honest man that shall come in my closet, by God.
I beseech you, be not so phlegmatic. Hear the truth of it. He came to me of an errand from Parson Hugh.
Well?
Aye, forsooth, to desire.
Please, I pray you.
Piss your tongue. Speak your tale.
To desire this honest gentlewoman, your maid, to speak a good word to Mistress Anne Page for my master, Master Slender, in the way of marriage.
This is all, indeed. La.
Sir Hugh, send you? Rugby, buy me some paper. Tarry you a little while.
I am glad he's so quiet. If he had been thoroughly moved, you should have heard him so loud and melancholy. But notwithstanding,
Man, I'll do your master what good I can.
and the very yea and no is, the French doctor, my master himself, is in love with Mistress Anne Page. But I know Anne's mind. That's neither here nor there.
You jackanape! Give us this letter to Sir Hugh. By God, it is a challenge! I will cut his throat in the park, and I will teach a scurvy jackanape priest to meddle or make. You may be gone. It is not good you tarry here. By God, I will cut all his 2 stones. By God, he shall not have a stone to throw at his dog.
Alas, he speaks but for his friend.
It isn't no matter for that. Do not you tell me that I should have umpires for myself? By God, I will kill the priest. I will myself have umpires.
Sir, the maid loves you, and all shall be well.
We must give folks leave to prate. What a good year.
Rugby, come to the court with me. By God, if I have not umpires, I shall turn your head out my door. Follow my heels, Rugby.
You shall have them!
Fool's head of your own.
No, I know Anne's mind for that. Never a woman in Windsor knows more of Anne's mind than I do, nor can do more than I do with her, I thank heaven. Who's there, I trow? And come near the house.
Ah, good woman. How dost thou?
Better it pleases your good worship to ask.
Well, what news? How does pretty Mistress Anne?
In truth, sir,
And she is pretty, and honest, and gentle, and one that is your friend. I don't mind telling you that, by the way. I praise heaven for it.
Shall I do any good, thinkest thou? Shall I not lose my suit?
troth, sir, all is in his hands above.
But notwithstanding, Master Fenton, I'll be sworn on a book she loves you. Welcome to.
Well, I shall see her today. Hold here's money for thee. Let me have thy voice in my behalf. If thou seest her before me, commend me.
Will I, if faith that we will, and I'll tell your worship more the next time we have confidence.
Well, farewell. I am in great haste now.
Farewell to your worship.
Truly an honest gentleman. But Anne loves him not, for I know Anne's mind as well as another does. Out upon it, what if I forgot?
What? Have I escaped love letters in the holiday time of my beauty, and am I now a subject for them? Let me see. Ask me me no reason why I love you. For though love use reason for his physician, he admits him not for his counselor. You are not young. No more am I. Go to then, there's sympathy. You are merry, so am I. Ha ha. Then there's more sympathy. You love sack. So do I. Would you desire better sympathy? Let it suffice thee, Mistress Page, at the least if the love of a soldier can suffice, that I love thee. I will not say pity me, 'tis not a soldier-like phrase, but I say love me. By me, thine own true knight, by day or night, or any kind of light, with all his might for thee to fight, John Falstaff! What a horrid of Jewry is this? Oh, wicked world, one that is well nigh worn to pieces with age, to show himself a young gallant, for he hath not been thrice in my company. What should I say to him? I was then frugal of my mirth. Heaven forgive me. I will exhibit a bill in the Parliament for the putting down of men. How shall I be revenged on him? For revenged I will be, just as sure as his guts are made of puddings. Mistress Page! Trust me, I was going to your house. And trust me, I was coming to yours. You look very ill. Nay, I'll never believe that. I have to show to the contrary. Faith, but you do in my mind. Well, so I do then. Yet I say I could show you to the contrary. Mistress Page, give me some counsel. What's the matter, woman? Oh, woman! Wait, not for one trifling respect. I could come to such honor. Hang the trifle, take the honor. What is it? Dispense with trifles. What is it? If I would but go to hell for an eternal moment or so, I could be knighted. What? Thou liest, Sir Alice Ford. Oh, we burnt daylight here. Read, perceive how I might be knighted.
I shall think the worse of fat men as long as I have an eye to make difference of men's liking. What tempest I trow through this whale with so many tons of oil in his belly ashore at Windsor? How shall I be revenged on him? I think the best way were to entertain him with hope, till the wicked fire of lust have melted him in his own grease.
Did you ever hear the line? Letter for letter, but that the name Page and Ford differs. To thy great comfort in this mystery of ill opinions, here's the twin brother of thy letter. But let thine inherit first, for I protest mine never shall. I warrant he hath 1,000 of these letters, writ with blank specks for different names. Sure, more, and these are of the 2nd edition. He will bring them out of doubt, for he cares not what he puts into the press when he would put us to. Why, this is the very same, the very hand, the very words. What doth he think of us? Nay, I know not. It makes me almost ready to wrangle with mine own honesty. I'll entertain myself like one I am not acquainted withal. For sure, unless he knows some strain in me I know not in myself, he never would have boarded me in this fury. Boarding, call you it? I'll be sure to keep him above deck. So will I. If he come under my hatches, I'll never to sea again. Let us be revenged on him. Let us appoint him a meeting, give him a show of comfort in his suit, and then lead him on with a fine baited delay.
Nay, I will consent to act any villainy against him that might not sully the cherryness of our honesty. Oh, that my husband saw this letter, it would give eternal food to his jealousy.
Oh, look you where he comes, and my good man too. He's as far from jealousy as I am from giving him cause, and that, I hope, is an unmeasurable distance.
You are the happier woman.
Oh, come, let us consult together against this greasy knight.
Well, I hope it be not so. Hope is the curtal dog in some affairs. Sir John affects thy wife.
Why, sir? My wife is not young.
He woos both high and low, both rich and poor, both young and old, one with another Ford. He loves the gallimaufry. Ford, prepend.
Love my wife.
With liver burning hot. Ooh, odious is the name.
What name, sir?
The horn, my say. Farewell. Take heed. Have open eye, for thieves do foot by night. Take heed ere summer comes, or cucklebirds do sing. Away, Sir Corporal Nim. Believe it, page, he speaks sense.
I will be patient. I will find out this.
And this is true. I like not the humour of lying. He hath wronged me in some humours. I should have carried the humoured letter to her, but I have my sword, and it shall bite upon my necessity. He loves your wife. There's the short and the long. My name is Corporal Nim. I speak, and I vouch 'tis true. My name is Nim, and Falstaff loves your wife. Adieu.
The humour of it, quoth he. Here's a fellow frights English out of his wits.
I will seek out Falstaff.
I never heard such a drawling, affecting rogue.
If I did find it, well,
I will not believe such a blowhard, though the priest of the town commended him for a true man.
'Twas a good, sensible fellow. Well.
How now, Meg?
Whither go you, George? Hark you. How now, sweet Frank? Why art thou melancholy?
I'm melancholy. I am not melancholy. Get you home, go.
Faith, thou hast some crutches in thy head. Now, Mistress Page, will you go?
Oh, have with you. You'll come to dinner, George. Oh, look who comes yonder. She shall be our messenger to this paltry night.
Trust me, I thought on her. She'll fit it.
Are you come to see my daughter Anne?
Aye, forsooth, and how does good Mistress Anne?
Go in with us and see. We have an hour's talk with you.
How now, Master Ford?
You heard what this knave told me, did you not?
Yes, and you heard what the other told me.
Do you think there's any truth in them?
Oh, hang 'em, slaves. I do not think the knight would offer it. But these that accuse him in his intent towards our wives are a yoke of his discarded men. Barry rogues. Now they be out of service.
Were they his men?
Mary, were they?
I like it never the better for that. Does he lie at the Garter?
Aye, Mary, does he? If he should intend this voyage towards my wife, I would turn her loose to him. And what he gets more of her than sharp words, let it lie on my head.
I do not misdoubt my wife, but I'd be loath to turn them together. A man may be too confident. I would have nothing lie on my head. I cannot be thus satisfied.
Look where my ranting host of the Garter comes. There is either liquor in his pate or money in his purse when he looks so merrily. How now, mine host?
How now, Bully Rook? Thou art a gentleman. Cavalier of justice, I say! I follow, my host, I follow. Good even, and 20 good master page. So, will you go with us? We have sport in hand. Tell him, Cavalier of justice, tell him, Bully Rook. Sir, there is a fray to be fought between Sir Hugh, the Welsh priest, and Caius, the French doctor. Good my host, a word with you? What sayest thou, Bully Rook? Will you go with us to behold it? My merry host hath had the measuring of their weapons, and I think hath appointed them contrary places. For believe me, I hear the parson is no jester. Hark!
I will tell you what our sport shall be.
Hast thou no suit against my knight, my guest cavalier?
None, I protest. But I'll give you a bottle of burnt sack to give me recourse to him, and tell him my name is Brooke. Only for a jest.
My hand, bully. Thou shalt have egress and regress, said I well, and thy name shall be...
Brooke.
Brooke?
Brooke.
It is a merry night. Will you go, mine hare?
I'm with you, mine host.
I have heard the Frenchman hath good skill in his rapier.
That, sir, I could have told you more. In these times, you stand on distance with your passes, staccatos, and I know not what. 'Tis a heart, Master Page. 'Tis here. 'Tis here. I have seen the time. With my long sword, I could have made you tall fellows skip like rats.
Here, lads, here. Shall we wag?
I'm with you. I would rather hear them scold than fight.
Though Page be a secure fool and stand so firmly on his wife's frailty, yet I cannot put off my opinion so easily. She was in his company at Page's house, and what they made there, I know not. Well, I will look further into it, and I have a disguise to sound Falstaff. If I find her honest, I lose not my labor. If she be otherwise, 'tis labor well bestowed.
I will not lend thee a penny.
Why then the world's mine oyster, which I with sword will open.
Not a penny. I have been content, sir. You shall lay my countenance to pawn. I have graded upon my good friends for 3 reprieves for you and your coach Philonim, or else you'd look through the grate like a Gemini of baboons.
Didst thou not share? Hast thou not 15 pence?
Reason, you rogue, reason. Think'st thou I'll endanger my soul gratis? And a word, hang no more about me. Go! You'll not bear a letter for me, you rogues. You stand upon your honor. Why, thou unconfinable baseness! I myself, sometimes, leaving the fear of God on my left hand and hiding mine honor in my necessity and fame, to hedge, to shuffle, and to lurch, and yet you rogues will ensconce your rags, your catamount looks, your red lattice phrases, and your bull-beating oaths under the shelter of your honor. You will not do it. You!
I do relent! What wouldst thou more of man?
Sir, here's a woman would speak with you.
Let her approach.
Come in! Woman!
Give your worship good morrow.
Good morrow, good wife.
Not so, and please your worship.
Good maid, then?
I'll be sworn, as my mother was the first hour I was born.
Well, I do believe the swearer. What with me?
Shall I vouchsafe your worship a word or two?
2,000, fair woman, and I'll vouchsafe thee the hearing.
There is one Mistress Ford, sir. I pray your worship, come a little nearer this ways. I myself dwell with Master Dr. Price.
Mistress Ford?
Why, you say very true. I pray your worship, come a little nearer this ways.
I warrant you, nobody hears. Mine own people! Mine own people!
Are they so? God bless them and make them his servants.
Well, on, Mistress Ford, you say?
Why, sir, she's a good creature. Lord, your worship's a wanton. Well, heaven forgive you, and all of us.
Mistress Ford, come. Mistress Ford?
Marry, sir, this is the short and the long of it. You have brought her to such canaries, as 'tis wonderful. The best courtier of them all, when the court lay at Windsor, could never have brought her to such a canary. And yet there has been knights and lords and gentlemen with their coaches, I warrant, coach after coach, that would have won any woman's heart, and yet I warrant they could never get an eye wink of her.
Yes, but what says she to me? Be brief, my good she Mercury.
Marry, sir, she hath received your letter, for the which she thanks you 1,000 times, and gives you to notify that her husband will be absent from his house between 10 and 11.
10 and 11?
Aye, forsooth! And then you may come and see the picture she says that you wot of. Master Ford, her husband, will be from home. Alas, the sweet woman leads a very ill life with him. He's a very jealousy man. She leads a very frample life with him. Good heart.
10 and 11 woman. Commend me to her. I will not fear her.
Why, you say very well. But I have another messenger to your worship. Mistress Page hath her hearty commendations to you too. And let me tell you in your ear, she's as virtuous, a civil, modest wife, and one, let me tell you, that will not miss you morning nor evening prayer, as any is in Windsor, whosoe'er be the other. And she bade me tell you that her husband is seldom from home. But she hopes there will come a time. I never knew a woman so dote upon a man. Surely, I think you have charms, La. Yes, it's true.
Not I assure thee. Setting the attractions of my good parts aside, I have no other charms.
Blessing on your heart for it.
But I pray thee, tell me this. Have Ford's wife and Page's wife acquainted each other how they love me?
That were a jest indeed. They have not so little grace, I hope. Yes. That were a trick indeed.
Yes.
But Mistress Page would desire you to send her your little page. Never a wife in Windsor leads a better life than she does. Do what she will, say what she will, and truly she deserves it. For if there be a kind woman in Windsor, she is one. You must send her your page, no remedy.
Well, I will.
Dema, do so. And look you, he may come and go between you both, and the boy never need to understand anything, for 'tis not good that children should know any wickedness.
Well, very well. Commend me to them both. There is my purse. I am yet thy debtor. Boy, go along with this woman.
This punk is one of Cupid's carriers. Clap on more sails. Pursue. Up with your fights. Give fire. She is my prize. Our ocean whelm them all.
This news distracts me. Sayest thou so, old Jack? Go thy ways. I'll make more of thy old body than I have done. Will they yet look after thee? Will thou, after the expense of so much money, be now a gainer? Oh. Good body. I thank thee. Well, let them say 'tis grossly done, so it be fairly done, no matter.
Sir John, here's Master Burke would fain speak with you. and be acquainted with you. And he hath brought you a morning's draught of sack.
Brooke is his name?
Aye, sir.
Well, call him in. Such brooks are welcome to me that o'erflow such liquor. Aha! Mistress Ford and Mistress Page, have I encompassed you? Go to. Via.
Bless you, sir.
And you, sir, would you speak with me?
I make bold to press with so little preparation upon you.
You're welcome, sir. What's your will? Give us leave, drawer.
Sir, I'm a gentleman that hath spent much. My name is Brooke.
Lord Master Brooke, I shall desire more acquaintance of you.
Good Sir John, I sue for yours, not to charge you. For I must let you understand, I think myself in better plight for a lender than you are, which hath something emboldened me to this unseasoned intrusion. For they say, if money go before, all ways do lie open.
Money is a good soldier, sir, and well armed.
Trouble, and I have a bag of money here, troubles me. If you help me to bear it, Sir John, take all or half for easing me of the carry.
Good Master Brooke, I know not how I may deserve to be your porter.
I will tell you, sir, if you will give me the hearing.
Speak, good Master Brooke. I shall be glad to be your servant. Yes.
There is a gentlewoman in this town. Her husband's name is Ford.
Well, sir?
I have long loved her, and I protest to you bestowed much on her. Followed her with a doting observance, engrossed opportunities to meet her, feed every slight occasion that would but niggardly give me sight of her. Briefly, I have pursued her as love hath pursued me. But whatsoever I have merited, either in my mind or in my means, rewards, I am sure, I have received none, unless experience be a jewel, and that I have purchased at an infinite rate.
Well, have you received no promise of satisfaction at her hands?
Never.
Have you importuned her to such a purpose?
Never.
Well, of what quality was your love then?
Like a fair house built on another man's ground, so that I have lost my edifice by mistaking the place where I erected it.
Well, to what purpose have you unfolded this to me?
When I have told you that, I have told you all. Some say that though she appear honest to me, yet in other places she enlargeth her mirth, so far that there is a shrewd construction made of her. Now, good Sir John, here is the heart of my purpose. You are a gentleman of excellent breeding, admirable discourse, of great admittance, authentic in your place and person, generally allowed for your many warlike, court-like, and learned preparations.
Oh, sir.
Believe it, for you know it. There's money. Spend it. Spend it, spend more, spend all I have. Only give me so much of your time in exchange of it as to lay an amiable siege to the honesty of this Ford's wife. Use your art of wooing. Win her to consent to you. If any man may, you may as soon as any.
Would it apply well to the vehemency of your affection that I should win what you would enjoy? Methinks you prescribe to yourself very preposterously.
Oh, understand my drift. She dwells so securely upon the excellency of her honor that the folly of my soul dare not
present itself. Now, could I come to her with any detection in hand? I could drive her then from the ward of her purity, her reputation, her marriage vow, and 1,000 other defences which are now too strongly embattled against me. What say you to it, Sir John?
First, good Master Brooke, I will make bold with your money. And next, give me your hand. And last, as I am a gentleman, you shall, if you will, enjoy Ford's wife.
Good sir!
I say you shall.
Want no money, Sir John, you shall want none.
Want no Mistress Ford, Master Brooke, you shall want none. I shall be with her, I may tell you, by her own appointment. Even as you came in to me, her assistant or go between parted from me. I shall be with her, I may tell you, between 10 and 11, for at that hour the jealous, rascally knave her husband will be forth. Come you to me at night, and you shall know how I speed.
I am blessed in your acquaintance.
And I'm yours.
Do you know Ford, sir?
Oh, hang him, poor cuckoldly knave. I know him not, though I wrong him to call him poor. They say the jealous, wittly knave hath masses of money, for the which his wife seems to me well favoured. I shall use her as the key of the cuckoldy rogue's coffer, and there's my harvest home.
I would you knew Ford, sir, that you might avoid him if you saw him.
Oh, hang him, mechanical salt butter rogue. I shall stare him out of his wits. I will awe him with my cudgel. It shall hand like a meteor o'er the cuckold's horns. Master Brooke, thou shalt know I will predominate over the peasant, and thou shalt lie with his wife. Come you to me at night, and you shall know how I speed.
What a damned Epicurean rascal is this? My heart is ready to crack with impatience. Who says this is improvident jealousy? My wife hath sent to him. They are as fixed the match is made. Would any man have thought this? See the hell of having a false woman. My bed shall be abused, my coffers ransacked, my reputation gnawed at. And I shall not only receive this villainous wrong, but have to stand under the adoption of abominable terms, and by him that does me this wrong. Terms, names, but cuckold, whittle, cuckold, the devil himself hath not such a name.
Page is an ass. A secure ass. He will trust his wife. He will not be jealous. I would rather trust Parson Hugh the Welshman with my cheese than my wife with herself. God be praised for my jealousy. 11 o'clock the hour. I will prevent this, detect my wife, be revenged on Falstaff, and laugh at Page. How will about it? Better 3 hours too soon than a minute too late. 5. Cuckold.
Cuckold. Cuckold. Cuckold.
Jack Rugby!
Sir?
What is the clock, Jack?
'Tis past the hour, sir, that Sir Hugh promised to meet.
God, he has saved his souls that he is no come. He has prayed his Bible well, said he is no come. By God, Jack Rugby, he is dead already if he be come.
He is wise, sir. he knew your worship would kill him if he came.
Because the herring is not dead, so as I will kill him. Take your rapier, Jacques. I will tell you how I will kill him.
Alas, sir, I cannot fence.
Filoni, take your rapier!
Forbear! Here's company!
Bless thee, bully doctor!
Save you, good master doctor, Caius!
Now, good master doctor!
Good morrow, sir. What be all you? 1, 2, 3, 4, come for?
To see thee fight! To see thee foin! Ha! To see thee traverse! To see thee here, to see thee there! Is he dead, my Ethiopian? Is he dead, my Francisco? Ha! Bully! What says my Esculapius, my Galen, my heart of elder? Is he dead, Bully Stale? Is he dead?
By God, he is the coward jack priest of the world. He is not show his face.
Thou art a Castilian king, you're no Hector of Greece, my boy.
Pray you, bear me witness that me have stayed 6 or 7, 2, 3 hours for him, and he is no come.
He is the wiser man, master doctor. He is a cure of souls, and you a cure of bodies. If you two should fight, you go against the hair of your professions. Is not that true, Master Page?
Master Shallow, you have yourself been a great fighter, though now a man of peace.
Bodykins, Master Page, though I now be old and of the peace. If I see a sword out, my finger itches to make one.
'Tis true, Master Shallow.
It will be found so, Master Page. Master Dr. Caius, I am come to fetch you home. I am sworn of the peace, and you have proved yourself a wise physician, and Sir Hugh a wise and patient churchman. You must come with me, Master Doctor. Come.
Guest Justice. A word, Monsieur Markwater.
Markwater? What is that?
Markwater, in our English tongue, is valor, bully.
Cousin, I have as much Markwater as the English girl. Scurvy Jacques dog priest. Me will cut his ears.
And I will provoke him toot, or let him wag.
Me thank you for that.
Moreover, bully. But first, Master Guest, Master Page, and eke Cavaliero Slender, go you through the town to Frogmore?
Sir Hugh is there, is he?
He is there. See what humor he is in. I will bring the doctor about by the fields. Will it do well?
We will do it!
Kearney will kill the priest, for he speak for a jackanape to Ampage.
Let him die! Sheathe thy impatience. Throw cold water on thy collars. Go about the fields with me through Frogmore. I will bring thee where Mistress Anne Page is, at a farmhouse of feasting, and thou shalt woo her. Cried I aim, said I will.
Oh, me thank you for that. By God, I love you. And I shall procure you the good guest, the earl, the knight, the lord, the gentleman, my patience.
For the which I shall be thy adversary toward. On page, said I well.
My God, 'tis good, well said.
Let us wag then.
Cap Rugby.
I pray you now, good Master Slender serving man, and friend, Simple, by your name, which way have you looked for Master Caius, that calls himself Doctor of Physic?
Marry, sir, the Pity Ward, the Park Ward, every ward, Old Windsor way, and every way, but the town way.
I most vehemently desire you also look that way.
I will, sir.
Oh, bless my soul. How full of colours I am, and trembling of mind. I shall be glad if he have deceived me. Oh, how melancholy I am. I will knock his urinals about his knave's costard when I have good opportunities for the work. Bless my soul. To shallow rivers, to whose falls melodious birds sing madrigals. There will we make our beds of roses and 1,000 fragrant posies. To shallow, mercy on me, I have a great disposition to cry.
Yonder he is coming this way, Sir Hugh!
He's welcome! What weapons is he?
No weapons, sir. There comes my master, Master Shallow, and another gentleman from Frogmore over the stile this way.
Pray you give me my gown! Let's keep it in your arms.
Good morning, good Sir Hugh. Good day, Master Parson. Oh, keep a gamester from the dice and a good student from the book, and it is wonderful.
Save you, good Sir Hugh.
Bless you from his mercy's sake, all of you.
What? The sword and the word? Do you study them both, Master Parson?
Oh, we are come to do you a good office, Master Parson.
Very well. What is it?
Yonder is a most reverend gentleman who, belike having received wrong by some person, is at most odds with his own gravity and patience that ever you saw.
What is he?
I think you know him.
Huh?
Master Dr. Caius, the renowned French physician.
God's will and his passion of my heart. I had as lief you would tell me of a mess of porridge.
Why?
He has no more knowledge in Hippocrates and Galen, and he's a knave besides. A cowardly knave, as you would desire to be acquainted with all.
I warrant you, he's the man should fight with him.
It appears so by his weapons. Keep them asunder. Here comes Master Dr. Caius.
Good Master Parson, keep in your weapons.
So do you, good Master Dr. Caius.
My God!
Disarm them and let them question! Let them keep their limbs whole and hack our English.
Pray you, let me speak a word with your ear. Wherefore will you not meet me? By God, you are the coward, the jackdog, the coward!
I pray you, let us not be laughing stocks to other men's humours. I desire you in friendship, and I will one way or other make you amends. I will log your urinals about your knave's costard for missing your meetings and appointments.
Diable! Jack Rugby, mein host de Garter. Have I not stayed for him to kill him? Have I not at the place I did appoint?
As I am a Christian, so look you, this is the place appointed. I'll be judgment by mine host at the Garter.
Peace, I say, Gallia and Gaul, French and Welsh, soul curer and body curer.
That is very good. Excellent.
Peace, I say. Hear, mine host of the Garter. Am I subtle? Am I politic? Am I a Machiavel? Shall I lose my doctor? No! He gives me the potions and the motions. Shall I lose my parson, my priest, my Sir Hugh? No! He gives me the proverbs and the no-verbs. Give me your hand, terrestrial. So, then give me your hand, celestial. So, boys of art, I have deceived you both. I have directed you to wrong places. Come, lay their swords to pawn. Follow me, lads of peace. Follow! Follow! Follow!
Trust me, a mad host. Follow, gentlemen. Follow! Follow! Follow!
Do I perceive as that? Have you makers a sort of us?
This is well. He has made us his flouting stock. I desire you that we may be friends.
I gar with all of my heart.
Pray, follow. Come, Simper.
Jack Rugby.
Oh, sweet Anne Page.
Well met, Mistress Page. Whither go you?
Truly, sir, to see your wife. Is she at home?
Aye, and as idle as she may hang together for want of company. I think if your husbands were dead, you too would marry.
Be sure of that. 2 other husbands.
Ah, where had you this pretty weathercock?
I cannot tell you what the dickens his name is my husband had him of. What do you call your knight's name, Sirrah?
Sir John Falstaff.
Sir John Falstaff!
He. I can never hit on's name. There is such a league between my good man and he. But is your wife at home indeed?
Indeed, she is.
By your leave, sir. I am sick till I see her.
Hath Page any brains? Hath he any eyes? Hath he any thinking? Sure, they sleep, he hath no use of them. He pieces out his wife's inclination. He gives her folly, motion, and advantage. And now she's going to my wife and Falstaff's boy with her. Good plots. They are laid. And our revolted wives share damnation together. Well, I will find Falstaff, then torture my wife. Pluck the borrowed veil of modesty from the so-seeming Mistress Page. Divulge Page himself as a secure and willful Actaeon. And to these violent proceedings, all my neighbors shall cry, aim. 11 o'clock the hour. The clock gives me my cue, and my assurance bids me search. I will find Falstaff there. I shall be rather praised for this than mocked, for it is as positive as the earth is firm that Falstaff is there. I will go.
Well met, Master Boy!
Trust me, a good night. I have good cheer at home, and I pray you all go with me.
I must excuse myself, Master Ford.
So must I, sir. We have appointed to dine with Mistress Anne, and I would not break with her for more money than I'll speak of.
We have lingered about a match between Anne Page and my cousin Slender, and this day we shall have our answer.
I hope I have your goodwill, Father Page.
You have Master Slender, I stand wholly for you. But my wife, good Master Doctor, is for you altogether.
Aye, by gar, and the maid is love of me. My nurse quickly tell me so much.
What say you to young Master Fenton? He capers, he dances, he has eyes of youth, he speaks verses, he smells holiday, he sings April and May. He will carry it, 'tis in his buttons, he will carry it.
Not by my consent, I promise you. The gentleman is of no having. He kept company with the wild prince and poins. He knows too much. No. He will not knit a knot in his fortune with the finger of my substance. If he take her, let him take her simply. The wealth I have waits on my consent, and my consent goes not that way.
I beseech you heartily, some of you go home with me to dinner. Besides your cheer, you shall have sport. I will show you a monster. Master Doctor, you shall go, and so shall you, Master Page. And you, Sir Hugh?
Well, fare you well. We shall have the freer wooing at Master Page's.
Farewell, hearts. I will to my honest knight Falstaff, and drink canary with him. Will you go, gentles? Have with you to see this monster.
I to see this monster.
Quickly is the milk basket.
What, John, I say?
Come.
Here, set it down.
Oh, give your men a charge. We must be brief.
Mary, as I told you before, John and Robert, be ready here, hard by in the brew house, and when I suddenly call you, come forth, and without any pause or staggering, take you this basket. That done, trudge with it in all haste, and carry it among the Winsters that Datchet meet, and there empty it in the muddy ditch close by the Thames side. Be gone and come when you are called.
Here comes little Robin.
How now, my eyes musket, what news with you?
My master, Sir John, is coming, Mistress Ford, and requests your company.
You little Jacqueline, have you been true to us?
Aye, I'll be sworn. My master knows not of your being here.
Thou art a good boy. I'll go hide me. So, go tell thy master I am alone. Mistress Page, remember you your cue.
I warrant thee if I do not act it, face me.
Go to then. We'll use this unwholesome humidity, this gross, watery pumpkin. We'll teach him to know turtles from jays.
Have I caught thee, my heavenly jewel? Why now let me die, for I have lived long enough. Oh, this is the period of my ambition. Oh, this blessed hour.
Oh, sweet Sir John.
Mistress Ford. Oh, I cannot conk. I cannot break Mistress Ford now. Will I sin in my wish? I would thy husband were dead! I would speak it before the best lord. I would make thee my lady.
Oh, I, your lady, Sir John. Alas, I would be a pitiful lady.
Thou art a traitor to say so. Thou would make an absolute courtier. And the firm fixture of thy foot would give an excellent motion to thy gait in a semicircle farthing gale. Thou canst not hide it.
Believe me, sir, there's no such thing in me.
What made me love thee? Well, let that persuade thee. There's something extraordinary in thee. I cannot cog and say thou art this and that, like many of these lisping hawthorn buds that come like women in men's apparel. I cannot. But I love thee. None but thee, and thou deservest it.
Do not betray me, sir. I fear you love Mistress Page.
Oh, thou mightst this well say I love to walk by the debtor's prison, which is as hateful to me as the reek of a lime kiln.
Well, heaven knows how I love you. You shall one day find it.
Keep in that mind. I'll deserve it.
Nay, I must tell you, so you do, else I might not be in that mind.
Mistress Ford! Here's Mistress Page at the door, sweating and blowing and looking wildly, and he'd speak with you presently.
Oh, she shall not see me. I'll ensconce me behind the arras.
Pray you do so. She's a very tattling woman.
Tattling who?
What's the matter? How now?
Oh, Mistress Ford, what have you done? You're shamed. You're overthrown. You're undone forever.
Why, what's the matter, good Mistress Page?
Oh, well a day, Mistress Ford, having an honest man to your husband to give him such cause of suspicion.
Cause of suspicion.
What cause of suspicion? Oh, out upon you! How am I mistaken you?
Why, alas, what's the matter?
Your husband's coming hither, woman, with half the officers of Windsor to search for a gentleman he says is here, now, within the house, by your consent, to take an ill advantage of his absence. You are undone!
'Tis not so, I hope.
Pray heaven it be not so that you have such a man here, but 'tis most certain your husband's coming with half Windsor to search for one. I came before to tell you, if you know yourself clear, why I am glad of it, but if you have a friend here, convey him out.
What shall I do? There is a gentleman here, my dear friend, and I fear not mine own shame so much as his peril. I had rather than £1,000 he were out of the house.
Oh, for shame! Never stand you had rather and you had rather. Your husband's here at hand. Bethink you of some conveyance, for in the house you cannot hide him. Oh, look! Basket! If he be of any reasonable stature, he may creep in here, throw foul linen upon him as if it were going to bucking. Send him by your 2 men to Datchet Mead.
Oh, he's too big to go in there.
What shall I do?
Oh, let me sit, let me sit. Eileen, follow your friend's counsel. Eileen.
Sir John Falstaff, are these thy letters, knight?
I love thee. Tell me away. Well, let me.
What, Robin? Come help to cover your master, boy.
No.
Call your men.
Let me creep in here.
Thou dissembling nut! What, John? Robert! John!
Go take me these clothes here quickly.
Look how you grumble! Carry them to the Lord! Datchet Mead! Quickly, come!
Now, gentlemen, if I find not what I seek, why then make sport at me. How now with the baby this?
To the largest
What have you to do with it, eh, Barrett? You are best meddle with buck washing.
Buck! I would I could wash myself with the buck! Buck! Buck, I warn you, buck! And of the season too, it shall bear. Gentlemen, I have dreamed tonight. I'll tell you my dream. Here be my keys. Search, seek, find out I'll warrant will unkennel the fox. Let me stop this way first. So, now escape.
Good, Master Ford, be contented. You wrong yourself too much.
True, Master Page. Up, gentlemen, you shall see sport anon. Follow me, gentlemen.
This is very fantastical humours. Jealousy.
Garter is not the fashion of France. It is not jealous in France.
Nay, follow him, gentlemen. See the issue of his search.
Oh, is there not a double excellency in this?
I know not which Sir John. What a taking was he in when your husband asked, "What was in the basket?" I think my husband has some special suspicion of Falstaff being here. I never saw him so gross in his jealousy till now. I will lay a plot to try that, and we will yet have more tricks with Falstaff. Shall we send that foolish carrion Mistress quickly to him, and give him another hope to betray him to another punishment? We will do it. Let him be sent for tomorrow, 8 o'clock, to have amends.
I cannot find him. Maybe the knave bragged that he could not compass.
Heard you that? You use me well, Master Ford, do you?
Aye, I do so.
Heaven make you better than your thoughts.
Amen.
You do yourself a mighty wrong, Master Ford.
Aye, I must bear it.
If there be anybody in the house, and in the chambers, and in the coffers, and in the presses, heaven forgive my sins at the day of judgment.
By God, nor I too. There is nobody's.
By fine, Master Ford, are you not ashamed? What spirit, what devil suggests this imagination?
'Tis my fault, Master Page. I suffer for it.
You suffer for a bad conscience. Your wife is as honest a woman as I will desire among 5,502.
By God, I see. 'Tis an honest woman.
I pray you, pardon me. I will hereafter make known to you why I have done all this. Come, wife. Come, Mistress Page. Pardon me. Pray heartily pardon me.
Let's go, gentlemen. I do invite you tomorrow morning to my house to breakfast. After, we'll have burning together. Shall it be so?
Anything.
If there is one, I shall make two in the company.
If there be one or two, I shall make it a turd.
I see I cannot get thy father's love, therefore no more turn me to him, sweet man.
Alas, how then?
Art thou must be thyself? He doth object I am too great of birth, and that my state, being galled with my expense, I seek to heal it only by his wealth. Besides these other bars he lays before me, my riots past, my wild societies, and tells me 'tis a thing impossible I should love thee but as a property.
Maybe he tells you true.
No! Heaven so speed me in my time to come. Albeit I will confess thy father's wealth was the first motive that I wooed thee, and yet, wooing thee, I found thee of more value than stamps in gold or sums in sealed bags, and 'tis the very riches of thyself that now I aim at.
Oh, gentle Master Fenton. Yet seek my father's love, still seek it, sir. If opportunity in the humblest suit cannot take it, why then? Oh, hark you hither.
Break their talk, mistress, quickly! My kinsman shall speak for himself!
I'll make a shaft or a bolt on it. Slid. 'Tis but venturing. Be not dismayed. No, he shall not dismay me. I care not for that. Oh, but then I'm afeard. Oh.
Harkee! Master Slender would speak a word with you.
I come to him. This is my father's choice. Oh, what a world of vile, ill-favoured folks looks handsome in 300 pounds a year.
And how does good Master Fenton? I pray you, a word with you?
She's coming. To her, cuz. Oh boy, thou hadst a father.
I had a father, Mistress Anne. My uncle can tell you good jest. What pray you, uncle? Tell Mistress Anne the jest. How my father stole 2 geese out of a pen, good uncle.
Mistress Anne, my cousin loves you.
Aye, that I do. As much as I love any woman in Gloucestershire.
He will maintain you like a gentlewoman.
Aye, that I will. Come cut or long tail under degree of a squire.
He will make you 150 pounds jointure.
But Master Shallow, let him rule for himself.
Oh, I thank you for that comfort, Mary. I thank you for that. She calls you, sir. I'll leave you.
Now, Master Slender.
Now, good Mistress Anne.
What is your will?
My will? Oh, darlings, that's a pretty jest. I ne'er made my will yet. I am not such a sickly creature. I do have your praise.
I mean, Master Slender, what would you with me?
Oh, truly, for mine own part, I would little or nothing with you. My uncle and your father have made motions. If it be my luck, so. They can tell you how things go better than I can. You may ask your father. Here he comes.
Now, Master Slender. Love him, daughter Anne. Why, how now? What does Master Fenton here? You wronged me, sir, thus still to haunt my house. I told you my daughter is disposed of.
Nay, Master Page, be not impatient.
Good Master Fenton, come not to my child.
She's no match for you.
Sir, will you hear me?
No, good Master Fenton. Come, Master Shallow. Come, son Slender, in. Knowing my mind, you wronged me, Master Fenton.
Speak to Mistress Page.
Good Mistress Page! For that I love your daughter in such a righteous fashion as I do. Let me have thy goodwill.
Good mother, do not marry me to yon fool.
I mean it not. I seek you a better husband.
That's my master. Master, doctor.
Alas, I'd rather be set quick in the earth or boiled to death with turnips.
Come, trouble not yourself. Good Master Fenton, I will not be your friend, nor your enemy. My daughter will I question how she loves you, and as I find her, so am I affected. Until then, farewell, sir. She must needs go in. Her father will be angry.
Farewell, gentle mistress. Farewell, matron.
This is my doing now. Nay, said I. Will you cast away your only child on a fool and a physician? Look on, Master Fenton. This is my doing.
I thank thee, and I pray thee, once tonight, give my Nan this sweet ring. There's for thy pains.
Now heaven send thee good fortune. A kind heart he hath. A woman would run through fire and water for such a kind heart. And yet I would my master had Mistress Anne, or I would Master Slender had her, or in sooth, I would Master Fenton had her. I will do what I can for them all three, for so I have promised, and I'll be as good as my word, but speciously for Master Fenton. Well, I must of another errand to Sir John Falstaff from my 2 mistresses. What a beast am I to slack it!
Bardolph, I say! Here, sir. Go, fetch me a quart of sack. Have I lived to be carried in a basket. Like a barrel of butcher's offal and to be thrown into the Thames. Well, if I be served such another trick, I'll have my brains taken out and buttered and give them to a dog for a New Year's gift. The rogues slided me into the river with as little remorse as they would have drowned a blind bitch's puppies, 15 in the litter. And you may know by my size that I have a kind of alacrity in sinking. I had drowned, but that the shore was shelvy and shallow, a death that I abhor, for the water swells a man. And what a thing should I have been when I had been swelled? Ooh, I should have been a mountain of mummy.
Sir, here's a mistress quickly here to speak with you.
Let me pour some sack into the Thames water. My belly's as cold as if I had swallowed snowballs for pills. Go brew me a pottle of sack, finely.
With eggs, sir?
No, simple of itself. I'll no pullet sperm in my brewage. Now, Corey.
Come in! Woman!
By your leave, I cry you mercy. Give your worship good morrow.
How now?
Marry, sir, I come from Mistress Ford.
Mistress Ford? Well, I have had Ford enough. I was thrown into the Ford. I had my belly full of Ford.
Yes, the day. Good heart, that was not her fault. She does so take on with her men. They mistook their erection.
Yes, well, so did I mine, to build upon a foolish woman's promise.
Well, she laments, Sir Ford, that it would yearn your heart to see it. Her husband goes this morning a-birding. She would desire you to come again to her between 8 and 9. I must carry her word quickly. She'll make you amends. I warrant you.
Well, I will visit her and tell her so, and bid her think what a man is. Let her consider his frailty, and then judge of my merit.
I will tell her.
Do so between 10 and 11, says thou?
8 and 9, sir.
Well, I will not miss her. Tell her so.
Peace be with you, sir.
Yeah. I marvel, I hear not from Master Brooke. He sent me word to stay with him. I like his money well. Oh, look, here he comes.
Bless you, sir.
Master Brooke, you come to know what hath passed between me and Ford's wife.
That indeed, sir, is my business.
Well, I will not lie to you, Master Brooke. I was at her house the hour she appointed me.
And sped you, sir?
Very ill-favoredly, Master Brooke.
How so? Did she change her determination?
No, Master Brooke. But the peaking cornuto, her husband, Master Brooke, dwelling in a continual alarm of jealousy, comes me in the instant of our encounter, after we had embraced, kissed, protested, and as it were, spoke the prologue of our comedy, and at his heels a rabble of his companions, thither provoked and instigated by his distemper, and forsooth to search his house for his wife's love.
What? While you were there?
Oh, while I was there.
And did he search for you? Did he search for you, sir, and could not find you?
Nay, you shall hear, Master Brooke. As good luck would have it, comes in one Mistress Page, gives intelligence of Ford's approach, and in her invention and Ford's wife's distraction, they conveyed me out in a buck basket.
A buck basket!
A buck basket! Oh, ram me in with foul shirts and smock socks, foul stockings, greasy napkins. That, Master Brooke, there was the rankest compound of villainous smell that ever offended nostril.
And how long lay you there?
No, nay, you shall hear, Master Brooke, what I have suffered to bring this woman to evil for your good. Being thus crammed in the basket, a couple of Ford's knaves, his hinds, were called forth by their mistress to carry me in the name of foul clothes to Datchet Lane. I quaked for fear, lest the lunatic knave would have searched it, but fate, ordaining he should be a cuckold, held his hand. Well, on went he for a search, and away went I for foul clothes, stopped in with stinking clothes that fretted in their own grease. Oh, think of that. A man of my kidney, think of that. That am as subject to heat as butter, a man of continual dissolution and thaw. It was a miracle to escape suffocation. And in the heat of that bath, when I was more than half stewed in grease like a Dutch dish, and to be thrown into the Thames, oh, and cooled in that surge like a horseshoe, think of that. Hissing hot, think of that, Master Brooke.
In good sadness, sir, I am sorry that for my sake you have suffered all this. My suit then is desperate. You'll undertake her no more.
Master Brooke, I will be thrown into Etna as I have been into Thames ere I will leave her thus. Her husband is this morning gone a-birding. I have received another embassy of meeting from her. 'Twixt 8 and 9 is the hour, Master Brooke.
'Tis past 8 already, sir.
Is it? Well, I will then address me to my appointment. Come you to me at your convenient leisure, and you shall know how I speak, and the conclusion shall be crowned with your enjoying her. Come to me soon at night. You shall enjoy her, Master Brooke. Master Brooke, you shall cuckold Ford.
Is this a dream? Is this a vision? Do I sleep? Master Ford! Awake! Awake, Master Ford! This is to be married. This is to have linen and buck baskets. I will now take the lecture. He's at my house. He cannot escape me. 'Tis impossible he should, for I will search impossible places. Though what I am, I cannot avoid. Yet to be what I would not shall not make me tame. If I have horns to make one mad, why then let the proverb go with me. I'll be horn mad.
Is Falstaff at Master Ford's already, thinkest thou?
Sure he is by this, or will be presently. But truly, he is very courageous man about his throwing into the water.
Mistress Ford desires you to come suddenly. I'll be with her by and by.
Mistress Ford. Your sorrow hath eaten up my sufferings. Oh, I see you are obsequious in your love, and I profess requital to a hair's breadth, not only in the simple office of love, but in all the accoutrement, compliment, and ceremony of it. But are you sure of your husband now?
He's a burning sweet Sir John.
Of course.
Oh, quickly, Sir John, step into the chamber.
Do.
Oh, now, sweetheart, who's at home besides yourself?
Why, none but mine own people.
Indeed?
No, certainly.
Speak louder. Truly, I am so glad you have nobody here.
Why?
Why, woman, your husband so rails against all married mankind that any madness I ever yet beheld seemed but tameness, civility, and patience to this his distemper he is in now. Truly, I am glad the fat knight is not here. Now your husband will see his own foolery.
How near is he, Mistress Page?
Hard by, at street end. He'll be here anon.
Oh, I am undone. The knight is here.
Why, then you are utterly shamed, and he's but a dead man. Oh, what a woman are you! Away with him, away with him! Better shame than murder!
Oh, which way shall he go? How shall I bestow him? Shall I put him into the basket again?
No! No! I'll come no more in the basket. May I not go out, Erika?
Alas! 3 of Master Ford's brothers watch the door with pistols that none shall issue out. Otherwise you might slip away ere he came. But if you go out in your own semblance, you die, Sir John! Unless you go out disguised.
How might we disguise him?
Alas the day, I know not. There is no woman's gown big enough for him. Otherwise, he might put on a hat, a muffler, and a kerchief, and so escape.
Oh, good hearts, devise something, any extremity rather than a mischief.
My maid's aunt, the fat woman of Brainford, has a gown above.
On my word, it will serve him. She's as big as he is. And there's her trimmed hat and her muffler, too. Oh, run up, Sir John.
Go, sweet Sir John, Mistress Page, and I will look some linen for your head.
Oh,
quick, Sir John. We'll come dress you straight. Put on the gown the while.
I would my husband were to see him in this shape. He cannot abide the old woman of Brainford. He swears she's a witch, hath forbade her my house, and hath threatened to beat her.
Heaven guide him to thy husband's cudgel, and the devil guide his cudgel afterwards.
But is my husband coming?
Aye, and good sadness is he. And speaks of the basket, too, howsoever he hath had diligence.
We'll try that, for I'll appoint my men to carry the basket as they did the last time.
Nay, but he'll be here presently. Let's go dress him like the witch of Brainford.
I'll direct my men what they shall do with the basket.
Oh, hang him, dishonest varlet. We cannot misuse him enough. We will leave a proof by that which we will do. Wives may be merry, and yet honest, too.
Oh, John! Robert, John! Go, sirs, carry the basket here. Carry again, your master is hard at door. If he bid you set it down, obey. Quickly, dispatch.
Come, take it up.
Pray heaven it be not full of night again.
I hope not. I had his leaf bear so much lead. Set down the basket, villain! Somebody call my wife. Oh, youth in a basket! Oh, you penny rascals! There's a knot, a conspiracy against me. Now should the devil be shamed.
What wife, I say? Come forth, and see what honest clothes you send forth to bleaching.
Why, this passes, Master Ford. You are not to go loose any longer. You must be pinioned.
Why, this is lunatics. This is mad as a mad dog.
Indeed, Master Ford, this is not well. Indeed.
So say I too, sir. Mistress Ford, come hither. Mistress Ford, the honest woman, the modest wife, the virtuous creature that hath the jealous fool for a husband. I suspect without cause, mistress, do I?
Heaven be my witness, you do, if you suspect me in any dishonesty.
Well said, brazen face. Hold it out. Come forth, Sheila.
Oh, this passes.
Are you not ashamed? Let the clothes alone.
I shall find you anon.
'Tis unreasonable. Will you take up your wife's clothes? Come, away.
Empty the basket, I say.
Why, man? Why?
Master Page, as I am a man, there was one conveyed out of my house yesterday in this basket. Why may not he be there again? In my house, I am sure he is. My intelligence is true. My jealousy is reasonable. Put me out all the lady!
If you find a man in there, he shall die a flea's death.
Here's no man.
Why, my fidelity, Master Ford, this is not well. This wrongs you.
Master Ford, you must pray and not follow the imaginations of your own heart. This is jealousy.
Well, he's not here I seek.
No, nor nowhere else but in your brain.
Help me to search my house this one time. If I find out what I seek, show no color for my extremity. Let me forever be your table sport. Satisfy me once more. Once more, search with me.
What ho, Mistress Page? Come you and the old woman down. My husband will come into the chamber.
Old woman? What old woman is that?
It is my maid's aunt of Brainford.
Oh, witch! The queen! An old cousin queen! Have I not forbid her my house? She comes of errands, does she? She works by charms, by spells, by the figure, and such doggery as this is beyond our element. We know nothing. Come down, you witch! You hag, you! Come down, I say!
Nay, good sweet husband, good gentleman, let him not strike the old woman.
I adore you, witch! Witch.
Neither yea and no, I think the woman is a witch indeed. I like not when a woman has a great beard. You spy a great beard under a muffler.
Will you follow, gentles? I beseech you, follow. See but the issue of my jealousy. If I cry out thus upon no trail, never trust me when I open again.
Let's obey his humors a little further. Come, gentlemen.
Trust me, he had beat him most pitifully. Nay, by the mass that he did not. He beat him most unpitifully, methought. Oh, what think you? May we, with the warrant of womanhood and the witness of good conscience, pursue him in any further revenge?
The wantonness is sure scared out of him. I think he will never in the way of ways to tempt us again.
Well, shall we tell our husbands how we've served him?
Yes, by all means. And if our husbands can find it in their hearts that the poor, unvirtuous, fat knight be any further afflicted, we too will still be the ministers.
I warrant they'll have him publicly shamed. And methinks there would be no period to the jest were he not publicly shamed.
Come to the forge with it, then shape it. I would not have things cool.
Peace, plate trued, and here's top I knew not what pursuit me lately.
Come, gentlemen! The final
Of a woman as ever I did look upon.
And did he send you both these letters at an instant?
Within a quarter of an hour.
Pardon me, wife. Henceforth, do what thou wilt. I will sooner suspect the son of cold than thee of wantonness. Now doth thy honor stand in him that was of late a heretic, as firm as faith.
Tis well, no more.
Be not as extreme in submission as in offense. But let our plot go forward. Let our wives, yet once again to make us public sports, appoint a meeting with this old fat fellow where we may take him and disgrace him for it.
There was no better way than that they spoke of.
How, to send him word they'll meet him in the park at midnight? Fie, he'll never come.
You say he has been thrown in the rivers and has been grievously beaten as an old woman. Methinks he should have terrors in him that he should not come. Methinks his flesh is punished. He shall have no desires.
So think I too.
Devise but how you'll use him when he comes, and let us two devise to bring him thither.
There is an old tale goes that Herne the hunter, sometime a keeper here in Windsor forest, doth all the winter time at still midnight walk round about an oak, and there he blasts the tree in the most hideous and dreadful manner.
Oh, why, there want not many that do fear in deep of night to walk by this Herne's oak, but what of this?
Marry, this is our device, that Falstaff at that oak shall meet with us.
Oh, well, let it not be doubted but he'll come. And in this shape, when you have brought him thither, what shall be done with him? What is your plot?
That likewise have we thought upon, and thus. Anne Page, my daughter, and 3 or 4 more of their growth will dress like elves and fairies. As Falstaff, she and I are newly met, let them come forth with some diffused song. Upon their sight, we two in great amazedness will fly. Then let them all encircle him about, and fairy-like to pinch the unclean knight, and ask him why that hour of fairy revel he dares to tread in shape profane.
Until he tell the truth, let those supposed fairies pinch him sound and burn him with their tapers.
The truth being known, we'll all present ourselves, dishorn the spirit, and lock him home to Windsor.
We must be practiced well to this, or we'll ne'er do it.
I will teach everyone their behaviors, and I will be like a jackanapes also, to burn the night with my tabor.
That will be excellent. I'll go and buy us vizards.
My daughter Anne Page will be queen of the fairies, finely attired in a robe of white.
That silk will I go buy. And in that time shall Master Slender steal my Anne away and marry her at Eton. Go! Send the Falstaff straight.
Go get us properties and tricking for our fairies.
Let us about it. It is admirable pleasures and very honest knaveries.
Send Mistress quickly to Sir John to know his mind. I'll to the doctor. He hath my goodwill, and none but he to marry with Anne Page. That Slender, though well landed, is an idiot. And he, my husband, best of all effects. The doctor is well moneyed, and his friends potent at court. He, none but he, shall have her.
I would all the world might be cozened, for I have been cozened and beaten too. Oh, if it should come to the ear of the court how I have been transformed, and how my transformation hath been washed and cudgeled, well, they would melt me out of my fat drop by drop and liquor fishermen's boots with me. How now? Whence comes you?
From the two parties, forsooth.
Oh, well, the devil take one party, and his damn the other. I have suffered more for their sakes, more than the villainous inconstancy of man's disposition is able to bear.
And have they not suffered? Yes, I warrant you, speciously one of them, Mistress for good heart, is beaten black and blue, and you cannot see a white spot about her.
What? Talkest thou to me of black and blue? I was beaten myself into all the colors of the rainbow.
Sir, you shall hear how things go, and I warrant to your content. Here is a letter, will say somewhat. Dear hearts, what I'm to do here is to bring you two together. Sure, one of you does not serve heaven well that you are so crossed.
Prithee, no more prattling, go. This is the last time. Oh, I hope good luck lies in odd numbers.
I'll get you a pair of horns.
Away, I say, go! Hold up your head and mince. They say there is divinity in odd numbers, either in nativity, chance, or death. Oh! Master Brooke! Master Brooke, the matter will be known tonight or never. Be you in the park about midnight at Hearn's Oak, and you shall see wonders.
Went you not to her, sir, as you told me you had appointed?
Oh, no, I went to her, Master Brooke, as a poor old man, but I came from her, Master Brooke, like a poor old woman. Well, that same name Ford, her husband, hath the finest mad devil of jealousy in him, Master Brooke, that ever governed frenzy. He beat me grievously in the shape of a woman. For in the shape of a van, Master Brooke, I fear not Goliath with a weaver's beam. I am in haste. Go along with me. I will tell you strange things of this knave Ford, on whom tonight I will be revenged, and I will deliver his wife into your hand. Follow! Strange things in hand, Master Brooke. Follow!
Master Fenton, speak not to me.
Yet hear me speak. Assist me in my purpose, and as I am a gentleman, I'll give thee £100 in gold.
I will hear you, Master Fenton, and I will at least keep your counsel.
From time to time, I have acquainted you with the dear love I bear to fair and page, who mutually hath answered my affections even to my wish. Hark, good mine host. Tonight, at Herne's Oak, just 'twixt 12 and 1, must my sweet Nan present the fairy queen. The purpose why is here, in which disguise, while other jests are something rank on foot, her father hath commanded her to slip away with Slender, and with him, at Eton, immediately to marry. She hath consented. Now, sir, her mother, ever strong against that match, and for Dr. Caius, hath appointed that he shall likewise shuffle her away, and at the deanery, where a priest attends, straight marry her. To this, her mother's plot, she, seemingly obedient, likewise hath made promise to the doctor. Now, thus it rests. Her father means she shall be all in white, and in that habit, when Slender sees his time to take her by the hand and bid her go, she shall go with him. Her mother hath intended, the better to denote her to the doctor, for they must all be masked and visited, that quaint in green she shall be loose in road, and when the doctor spies his vantage ripe, to pinch her by the hand. And on that token the maid hath given consent to go with him.
Which means she to deceive father or mother?
Both! Good mine host, to go along with me. Now thus it rests, that you'll procure the vicar to stay for me at church 'twixt 12 and 1, and in the lawful name of marrying to give our hearts united ceremony.
Well, husband your device. I'll to the vicar. Bring you the maid, you shall not lack a priest.
So shall I evermore be bound to thee. Besides, I'll make a present recompense.
Come. Let's couch in the castle ditch till we see the light of our fairies. Remember, son Slender, my daughter.
Aye, forsooth, I have spoke with her, and we have a nay word how to know one another. I come to her in white and cry, Mum, and she cries, Budget, and by that we know one another.
That's good too, but what needs either her mum or your budget? The white will decipher her well enough. 10 o'clock, the hour.
The night is dark. Light and spirits will become it well. Heaven prosper our sport. No man means evil but the devil, and we shall know him by his horns. Come, follow me.
Master Doctor, my daughter is in green. When you see your time, take her by the hand, away with her to the deanery and dispatch it quickly. Go before us into the park. We two must go together.
I know what I have to do. Adieu.
Fare you well, sir. My husband will not rejoice so much at the abuse of Falstaff as he will chafe at the doctor's marrying my daughter. But 'tis no matter. My Better a little chiding than a great deal of heartbreak.
Where is Nan now and her troop of fairies and the Welsh devil Hugh?
They are all couched in a pit hard by Herne's Oak, with obscured lights which, at the very instant of Falstaff's and our meeting, they will at once display to the knight.
Oh, we'll betray him finally.
Against such lewdsters and their lechery, those that betray them do no treachery.
The hour draws on. To the oak!
To the oak!
Trip, trip, fairies, come, and remember your parts. Be bold, I pray you. Follow me into the pit, and when I give the watchwords, do as I bid you. Come, come. Trip, trip.
Why, now, as the Windsor bell struck 12, the minute draws on. Oh, now, the hot-blooded gods assist me. Oh, remember, Jove, thou wast a bull for thy Europa. Love set on thy horns. Oh, powerful love, that in some ways makes a beast a man, in some others a man a beast. Oh, omnipotent love! Oh, Jove, when gods have hot backs, what shall poor men do? For myself, I am a Windsor stag, and I think the fattest in the forest. Send me a cool rat time, Jove, or who can blame me to piss my tallow? What's that? My dough.
Sir John, art thou there, my dear? My dear.
My dough with the black scut. Why, now let the sky rain potatoes. Let it thunder to the tune of green sleeves. Let there come a storm, a provocation. I will shelter me here.
Oh, Mistress Page has come with me, sweetheart.
Divide me like a bride buck, each a haunch. I will keep my sides to myself, my shoulders for the fellows of this walk, and my horns I bequeath to your husband. Am I a woodman, huh? Speak I like Herne the hunter? Why, now is Cupid a child of conscience. He makes restitution, as I am a true spirit. Oh, welcome!
What noise! Oh, heaven forgive our sins!
Sins?
Away! Away!
What does this mean? Well, I know the devil will not have me damned. Well, lest the oil that's in me should set hell on fire. He would never else cross me thus.
Berries! Black, green, grey, and white! You moonshine revelers and shades of night! You orphan heirs of fixed destiny, attend your office and your quality. Crier, hobgoblin, make the very
Elves, list your names! Bardolph, silence! You fairy boys.
These are fairies. Well, he that speaks to them shall die. Well, I'll wink and couch. No man their works must I.
Go you, and where you find a maid that ere she sleep has thrice her prayers said, raise Raise up the organs of her fantasy. Sleep she as sound as careless infancy. But those as sleep and think not on their sins, pinch them arms, legs, backs, shoulders, sides, and shins.
About, away, disperse. But till 'tis 1 o'clock, our dance of custom round about the oak of her and the hunter, let us not forget.
Pray you, knock hand in hand, yourselves in order set, and 20 glowworms shall our lanterns be to guide our measure round about the tree. But stay! I smell a man of Middle Earth.
Oh, heaven, defend me from a Welsh fairy, lest he transform me into a piece of cheese.
Vile worm, thou wast o'erlooked even in thy birth.
With trial fire touch me his finger end. If he be chaste, the flame will back descend and turn him to no pain. But if he stopped, it is the flesh of a corrupted heart.
A trial, come!
Come, will this wood take fire?
Corrupt! About him, fairies, sing a scornful rhyme, and as you trip, still pinch into your time!
Nay, do not fly. I think we have watched you now. Will none but turn the hunter serve your turn?
I pray you come hold up the jest no longer. Now, good Sir John, how like you Windsor wives? See you these husbands, do not these fair yokes become the forest better than the town?
Now, sir, who's the cuckold now? Master Brooke, Falstaff's a knave, a cuckoldy knave. Here are his horns, Master Brooke, and Master Brooke, he hath enjoyed nothing of fords, but his cudgel, his buck basket, and 20 pounds of his money, which must be paid to Master Brooke.
Oh, Sir John, you have had ill luck. We could never meet. Well, I will never take you for my love again, but I will always count you my dear.
I do begin to perceive that I have been made an ass.
Aye, and an ox too. Both the proofs are extant.
But these were not fairies?
No!
I was once or twice in the thought they were not fairies. See now how wit may be made a jacquelant when 'tis upon ill employment.
Sir John Falstaff, serve God and leave your desires, and fairies will not pinch you.
Well said, Fairy Hugh.
And leave you your jealousies too, I pray you.
I will never mistrust my wife again till thou art able to woo her in good English.
Have I laid my brain in the sun and dried it that it wants matter to prevent so gross or reaching as this? Am I ridden by a Welsh goat too? Oh, 'tis time I were choked by a piece of toasted cheese.
Cheese is not good to give butter. Your belly is all butter.
Seasoned butter? Oh, have I lived to stand at the taunt of one that makes fritters of English? Oh, well, this is enough to be the decay of lust and late walking through the realm.
Why, Sir John, do you think, though we would have the virtue out of our hearts by the head and shoulders, and have given ourselves without scruple to hell, that ever the devil could have made you our delight?
What? A hodge pudding? A bag of flax?
A puffed man?
Old, cold, withered, and of intolerable entrails?
And one that is as
slanderous as Satan.
And given to fornications, and to taverns, and sack, and wine, and to drinkings, and swearings, and starings, priggers and pravers.
Well, I am your theme. You have the start of me. I am dejected. I am not able to answer the Welsh fanlanel. Ignorance itself is a plummet for me. Use me as you will.
Well, sir, we'll bring you home to Windsor, to one Master Brooke, whom you have cozened of money. I think to repay that money will be a biting affliction.
Yet be cheerful, knight. Thou shalt eat a posset at my house tonight, where I shall desire thee to laugh at my wife that now laughs at thee. Tell her Slender hath married her daughter.
Doctors doubt that. If Anne Page be my daughter, she is now Dr. Caius' wife.
Hello, oh, Father Page.
Son, how now? How now, son, have you dispatched?
Dispatched? I'll make the best in Gloucestershire known on it. I would hanged la else.
Of what, son?
I came yonder at Eton to marry Mistress Anne Page, and she's a great lubberly boy. If not been in the church, I would have swinged him. Or he would have swinged me. 'Tis a postmaster's boy.
Upon my life, then, you took the wrong.
Don't need you tell me that. I think so when I took a boy for a girl. If I had married him, for all he was in women's apparel, I would not have had him.
Well, did I not tell you how you should know my daughter by her garments?
I came yonder at Eton, and her in white, and she cried. I cried, Mum, and she cried. And yet 'tis not Anne, but 'tis a boy.
Good George, be not angry with me. I knew of your purpose, turned my daughter to green, and she is now with the doctor at the deanery, and they're married.
Where is Mistress Page? I am cousin.
I have married your son. A boy! Un person, by God! A boy! It is not on Pash! By God, I am cousin!
But took you not her in green?
By God, and 'tis a boy! By God, I will raise all Windsor!
This is strange. Who hath got the right Anne?
My heart misgives me. How now, Master Fenton?
Pardon, father. Good mother, pardon.
Now, mistress, how chance you came not with Master Slender?
Why went you not with Master Doctor Maid?
You do amaze her. Hear the truth of it.
You would have married her most shamefully where there was no proportion held in love. The truth is, she and I, long since contracted, are now so sure that nothing can dissolve us. The offense is wholly that she hath committed, and this deceit loses the name of craft, of disobedience, or unduteous title, since therein she doth avoid and shun 1,000 irreligious cursed hours which forced marriage would have brought upon her.
Stand not amazed. Here is no remedy. In love, the heavens themselves do guide the state. Money buys lands, and wives are sold by fate.
Well, what remedy? Fenton, heaven give thee joy. What cannot be eschewed must be embraced.
When night dogs run, all sorts of deer are chased.
Well, I will muse no further. Good Master Fenton, heaven grant thee many, many merry days. Good husband, let us everyone go home and laugh this sport o'er by a country fire. Sir John and all.
Let it be so. Sir John, to one Master Brooke, you yet shall keep your word, for he tonight shall lie with Mistress Ford.